Welcome to Kit Katastrophe. My name is Kit, and today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Micromaster Airstrike Patrol. These figures came out in 2018 as part of Wave 1 of the Micromaster assortment, and retails around $10. Stormcloud transforms into a vaguely Cybertronian, but not really, jet that harkens back to his original Dassault Rafale jet fighter form, with some very obvious differences, such as the wing shape and the number of tail fins. The color scheme doesn't really work for me. It's not the colors themselves, but their placement. There's just a big block of black plastic breaking up the overall lavender jet. I don't mind the presence of the black, I just wish that the lavender on the wings could connect to that on the cockpit. Still, I have to keep in mind that this is a Micromaster, so there's not much that can be done. Stormcloud suffers from the fate of nearly every jet transformer in that he has a giant block of robot kibble hanging underneath. You can even see his head. Around the back are 4 hardpoints picked out in silver paint, which can accommodate any of the Fire Blast effect parts packed in with Battlemaster figures. Visper, formerly known as Whisper, fits far more into my general aesthetic tastes, turning into a spitting image of his original fictitious F-19 jet form. This thing is sleek and sharp, like an obsidian dart. The bits of red on the cockpit and wings exude a sense of knowing evilness and ruthless calculation, as if it's planning your demise. And then the lavender ruins it. It's so pastel and just doesn't work with the red accents. I know it's accurate to the G1 figure, but in this case I'd rather he replace the lavender with more black. At least there's another one of those hardpoints. Stormcloud's transformation is, spoiler alert, the most complex out of all 6 of the first wave of Micromasters, with nearly every piece of his body moving a considerable degree. It feels really good in the hands, and it's just a treat. Visper, on the other hand, is basic as shit. His robot mode is already done for you. All you have to do is just fold back all the kibble into a massive backpack. After Stormcloud showed at least a modicum of effort, Visper feels like this chicken shit mess that doesn't even know if it wants to transform at all. Stormcloud's robot mode is pretty damn good for a Micromaster. It checks off a lot of my favorite robot mode aesthetics, like the outward sloping lines of his lower legs and the massive wings. The arms are a little stumpy, but they easily make up for it with the action-ready hardpoints for some GoBot laser fist action. Visper, on the other hand, yikes. While I like a lot of the shapes going on here, one thing needs to be said. He can't stand for shit. There's just so much mass hanging off his back that you have to bend him over to an embarrassing degree just to get him steady on a flat surface. It's like the designers didn't even try. They might as well have just made the jet mode removable for all the good that does.
So, well, Micromasters aren't very posable, but Stormcloud has a little secret. He has nothing at the head, which isn't that surprising. He's a Micromaster. His shoulders are on ball joints that have an impressive range. They can go all the way up, and they can't go back because of the wings, and they can go out. He can T-pose, and he has elbows, which is something that none of the other Micromasters in Wave 1 have. I don't think any of the Micromasters in Waves 2 or 3 have them either, but he has elbows, which puts him a step above the rest, and he can point his hand guns in every which way. His ball-jointed legs are nice and meaty. They can go out that far. And they do their jobs well. The knees are pretty good. They don't exactly bend 90 degrees, but they bend close enough. This is a Micromaster. What kind of acrobatics are you trying to get this thing into? And if you really want to, they can bend forward if you want to break his knees. Moving on to the bad one, Visper. I really don't like this one. His arms move out. They're on ball joints, and they're okay, I guess. No elbow. That one's better. The legs go out pretty far. They do go forward pretty far. They can't go backward that much. And the knee joint is super tight, but it can go past 90 degrees, which, you know, not even I knew that because I didn't try until now. Like I said, yeah, in order for him to stand, at all. You have to hunch him over. And but something that can mitigate this is that his head's on this transformation joint. He can, if you fudge it a little, he can look a little forward. So he's got that virgin walk, and Stormcloud back there has that Chad stride.
Going back into alternate mode allows us to access this Micromaster team's third mode. All you have to do is fold back Stormcloud's cockpit and plug the rear ends of the jets together Requiem for a Dream style, and you have the Circuit Stream Spy Blade. If you're a child of the Unicron trilogy like I am, this weapon mode will appeal to you 1000%. It's basically 2/3 of the Star Saber from Transformers Armada, or in this case the Vorpal Saber. The shapes of the two jets flow together so nicely in this piece, though I wish the handle was longer, and if Hasbro made a third one to complete the sword. I'll be upfront about this. The Airstrike Patrol is the best of the 3 Micromaster teams in Wave 1. Stormcloud by himself is an amazing little figure with impressive posability for his size, a great-looking robot mode, and a serviceable jet mode. Visper, on the other hand, only has a cool-looking jet mode to fall back on. But together, they form a cohesive and almost intimidating blade that is worthy for the hands of any Decepticon. For only $10, this set is well worth a pickup if you're into this sort of thing. This has been Katastrophe. It's time to transform and roll out.